Hey everybody, this is Holly with Working on Me. I am gonna make Swedish meatballs tonight. The recipe is up in the captions of this video. So if you get out of the video, up in the captions that I named the video, you will see the recipe. You will have to click the little see more. There's like a little bitty wording that says see more. Click that and it will do a drop down and it will show you the recipe of the Swedish meatballs. All right, guys. We just had a really bad storm come through here. So I was, hey, we're not going to bark. I'm going to shut that window. All right. You get to look out there, but no barking. All right. I'm going to open up my ground turkey. I know this is backwards for y'all, and I can't flip the screen because they took that icon away from me for the business pages, which is dumb. So this is 99% lean and 1% fat ground turkey, and that is what we're using right now. Go ahead and get that in here while people get on here. Okay, so what I wanted to tell you, one of the things that this morning for breakfast, I was like, there was something else I was going to tell y'all. I am 1 hour behind my normal Central Time. So we are in New Mexico, and so we're an hour behind. So here it is 4 o'clock, and where I live, it's 5 o'clock. So that's why I went ahead and came on live, because y'all are used to me coming on at 5 o'clock. So JJ's not here, and I'm not going to warm up the rice. I'm just going to do the meatballs and the sauce, and then I'm just going to keep it warm until he gets here. So just letting y'all know that it is only 4 o'clock here. Bonus day, I get to see you twice. Yay! I'm so excited. Yes, so I got to talk to the doctor, which took forever. I don't know where the mix-up happened, but I sat here in the recliner, but for an hour waiting for them to get on. And I finally called the office, and I'm like, I have been on for an hour. Is there like a legitimate reason? And she's like, oh my gosh, no, let me see what the nurse is doing. And then they got on right away. So kind of irritated me a little bit, but it's fine. Everything's fine. So my doctor was really baffled. I showed him the pictures and he was like, oh my. And so, I did not get to really relax. And I'm going to tell you why. I was on the call for an hour when I really shouldn't, because I wanted to take a nap. Then they called me in medicine. So then I waited for that to be ready. Then I went into town, which is about 20 minutes from where we're at. I went into town and got the medicine, and then I came home, and then now it was storming here. That it was a pretty bad storm that came through here. So, yeah. Yeah, I took Benadryl. I've taken amoxicillin that we've had. I've done everything that you could know under the sun. Yes, the Benadryl didn't do anything for me. Nothing at all except make me sleepy. So no, that didn't do anything for me. So anyways, he's baffled by what is going on. He said that, and with my congestion, he said, maybe you are kind of getting like a flu or a COVID type thing. But he said, I just think it's weird that it's still swollen in your jaw. He said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to order you a steroid. So I have to take a steroid and another antibiotic. So I'm taking a different antibiotic. And he said that he wants to see me in a month, because if it flares up again, he wants to take x-rays of my head or something. He wants to run some more tests, because he thinks it's odd that I've had this 2 other times. And he said, yes, it can be stress related, but he just thinks it's odd that it's just staying in my cheek. And with it probably not an abscess tooth, he just thinks it's a little weird. So it could be that I'm getting a little touch of a flu or a little touch of COVID or something like that. Could be. I don't know. But I'm not running any fever. I feel good. I really wanted a nap today, but I didn't get one, but that's okay. So that is where I'm at. They called it into Walmart here because that's what I had the information ready for them. It went so smooth, and all of my medication was $0. So I was like, yes, this is awesome. So, yes, because my dogs do not like storms. So I was really trying to get back because I saw the storm coming and I was like, oh my gosh, they are going to be panicking without me at the thing. So I'm glad I made it back here before the storm did hit. I'm going to take my rings off because I'm going to use my hands to make the meatballs. So yeah, so I got my medicine right here. So that was good. Okay. So we're going to make some Swedish meatballs tonight. I'm glad y'all are on here tonight. I am in my camper. If you didn't catch my breakfast live, I am traveling with my husband for his work, and I am traveling with him. We are in Carlsbad, New Mexico, and that is where we're at. We're in New Mexico. So I am going to make Swedish meatballs, but I'm going to make them a little different. We're going to make them in the air fryer, and then I'm going to make the sauce right here. One thing I explained in my breakfast live was that JJ wanted me to totally tell y'all that it is summertime, and when it is hot, it is not fun to cook in the camper because it just is so hot. And for me to like cook alive for an hour, there's going to be times that JJ's probably going to make something outside. Tomorrow I'm making something in the crock pot so I don't have to use the stove. So we're going to make roast potato and carrots. I'm going to put that together in the morning. I'll make a video of that and I will post that, and then I will come live that evening and just show you what the end product looks like and everything like that. And so tonight, Swedish meatballs. Tomorrow is going to be the 3 envelope roast is what it's called. Okay. So that is what I'm making. So here we go. I'm going to pull up my recipe over here on my iPad. You will use 1 pound of ground turkey. And again, it was 99% lean and 1% fat. And thank you, Michelle. Hey, Galinda. And then you're going to do, oh, I forgot 1 egg. Let me get my egg out of here. I forgot. I didn't even see that 1 egg until right now. So let me get that out right here. Okay, and then, so we're going to take this progresso garlic and herb breading. We're going to do a 1/2 cup of this, okay? Let's see here. Do you set the crock pot outside? No, the crock pot will stay in here. Yeah, crock pots don't really bring off a whole lot of heat. But no, the crock pot stays in here. He's made several things in the crock pot and just left it on during the day. So yes, I know. I love this recipe too. And this is one of my husband's favorite recipes. So I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of the breadcrumbs. Then I'm going to do 1 egg. We're going to do a chopped onion. If you don't like onion, you can do just onion powder. I am just going to add a little bit of onions in here. I may do both, onion powder and onions. I don't know. Because I just want a little bit of onions in here. And I already got some that's chopped. Okay, that's good enough for me. And then I have a little bit of onion powder, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle that in here. Okay, and then the last 2 is seasonings. It's salt and nutmeg. And I'm telling you right now, the nutmeg is what makes the meatball. So it's only 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and please add that because it is seriously what makes it. So I am going to do a little bit of nutmeg and some salt. And this salt is a 1/2 teaspoon. And that's it. So we'll go back over that really quick. It is 1 pound of ground turkey, 1 egg, a half a cup of progresso breadcrumbs. We used garlic and herb, a little bit of onions and some onion powder, salt, and nutmeg. That's it. So now we're going to go ahead and get this all mixed together and start making the meatballs. Now, I've never done it in the air fryer before. I've done it in the oven before, and I've also done where I've cooked it on the little skillet, the meatballs. So today we're gonna do it in the crock pot. I mean, in the air fryer, sorry. I have the crock pot on my brain. All right, I hope y'all have had a good afternoon. Already smells good. Okay. JJ has this olive oil, and for the air fryer, for it not to stick, this usually works better than my virgin olive oil. So I'm going to spray that with this olive oil spray. Okay. Now we're going to start making the meatballs. And then how big to make the meatballs? Well, I am really going to probably just kind of make them, let's see, a little bit over a tablespoon, probably big. And I'm just going to place them on this little rack that's inside this air fryer right here. Okay, so Holly, are you still trying to lose weight? You look thin. No, yes, I want to get to 150. That is my goal. I'm at 156 this morning. I appreciate that very much. I was so close. I was 154 last week, so I was so close to the 150. I would like to get there, but I'll be honest with you. I am totally okay where I am. I don't want to be 156. I would like to be 154 again. But I just kind of want to maintain where I'm at. So if I lose 2 pounds and I'm 154, great. If I gain a pound, oh well. So I just kind of want to stay right here in the 150s is really my main goal. So that's really where I'm at with that. And I appreciate that. Hey Janet, hey Genevieve. I've done them in the air fryer before. Works perfectly. Awesome. Yay. Thank you for that feedback. Awesome. Okay. Now for the sauce, well, that went blank. The sauce that we'll make in the pan, we are going to, you're going to need some beef broth. I use the cream of mushroom. Now, I have used the cream of mushroom and a can of cream of chicken before. Right now, all we had was the cream of mushroom, which was totally fine. I wasn't going to buy, a separate can for any reason. So that's going to work just fine. Trying to make room for my meatballs here. Let me see how many I've made so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, yeah, usually it makes about 15 for me. So usually that's where I'm usually at. I just dropped an onion. And then this last one. Okay, so that makes 15 meatballs. Okay, great. All right, let me wash my hands. Well, that's not going to work. I didn't really say anything's wrong with it. We don't know. And I had a televisit with my doctor today and I got medication. So I went to Walmart. He called me in a steroid and an antibiotic. And we're really not sure. Honestly, I think it's due to stress, but I really cannot honestly tell you what it is. I always have the weirdest stuff that is unexplainable. I will tell you that. So if I'm going to have something, it's going to be something that nobody can explain as to why I have that. I promise you. Just like when I used to have my gallbladder problems, knock on wood, that hasn't happened in a while. And now that I'm bringing it up, it probably will happen tomorrow. But when I used to have my gallbladder problems, they did ultrasounds, scans, an MRI. They did the HIDA scan. And all of that, and they still would not take out my gallbladder. So I always have the unexplainable situations. So, and they're always the weirdest stuff. Like, I don't know if we've even ever studied that before. I mean, it's like that deep here. Yes, good. I'm glad you're going to make meatballs. Okay, I'll show you what they look like before I put them in. That is all the meatballs. And I'm going to go ahead and just spray the tops of them. And now we're going to put them in. And how long? I don't know. And how high? I'm just going to eyeball this for sure. This is JJ's. We're going to do, let's keep it at 375. I'm going to do it for 20 minutes, but we'll check. We probably won't leave it in there for 20 minutes, but that's what I'm going to start at. So I did 375 for 20 minutes for right now. Did you get my message I sent you? I had to get off and take a call. I will go back and look at it, Kelly. I sure will. I will go back and look at it. Okay, so that's it for the meatballs. And now we'll do the, I can hear something outside. That's why I think somebody's taking a little kid for a little cart ride or something. Anyways, they probably can hear me talking because I talk so loud. Okay. Hold on one second. No, it is windy outside and the tree is hitting my, it literally sounded like they were right here. And I was like, hold on, there's somebody like near my slide out. But no, it's the tree brushing up against the thing. So yeah, it's about the doctor. Okay, perfect. I will check that out, Kelly, here in just a little bit. Let's see here. Okay, so like I said, beef broth. I have 2 cans of cream of mushroom, and it is the reduced sodium. They have Albertsons here. We don't have Albertsons where I live, so I went to shop at Albertsons. So if you have an Albertsons, I shopped there, and I was able to find stuff. So anyways, but this is the reduced sodium cream of mushroom soup. So I'm going to have that, and what else goes in there? Oh, you got to have yogurt, which I do have that. Where did my yogurt go? Give me a minute. Did I put it back in the refrigerator? Maybe? I might have put the yogurt back in the refrigerator. Yeah, I just need 3 tablespoons of the yogurt, and I must have put it back up. And I did not. Oh, it's right in front of my face. I bet y'all are screaming. I bet y'all are screaming where it's at. Right here. It's right here. Okay. You are going to be shocked. Oh no. In front of you. See, I told you y'all were screaming it. I could hear you screaming it. Right here. Okay. We're going to get this started. Get that heat going. Now, you can decide to do like noodles, like the carbonara noodles that I have showed y'all before. You could do that. But we're going to do ours over jasmine rice. And again, I'm not going to make the jasmine rice until JJ gets here. So I just kind of wanted to show you how I do the meatballs, and then we'll put the meatballs in the sauce, okay? So each meatball is, I believe, 0 points, like the meatball will. Whenever I put it in my app, because of the sauce, because I do it all together, and I did 5 meatballs with a little bit of sauce, I did 4 meatballs with a little bit of the sauce, it is 5 points. If you have 3 meatballs with a little bit of sauce, it's 4 points. So if you don't do it all together, I honestly think the meatballs are 0 points, because I know that the turkey meat is 0 and everything that but the breadcrumbs are not. So it does make the meatballs 1 point because of the breadcrumbs. That's what it is. That's why that points are up in that, because the sauce isn't that much either. So that's why, because the breadcrumbs are in the meatballs, so it makes the meatballs each 1 point each, and then the sauce is probably like, I only do about probably 1/4 of a cup of the sauce. So you're looking at what I just said. For 4 meatballs with the sauce, it's 5 points. For 3 meatballs with the sauce, it is 4 points. I do like cooking on the gas stove. And I'm going to tell you, I can't get gas in my house, but I love cooking on the gas stove. Even my eggs taste better on the gas stove. So when I get to cook in here, I love it. It's so good. So yes, I like it. I like it a lot. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go, let's see, the sauce we are going to, it says add the beef broth and get it to a boil. So I put in there 3 cups of the beef broth. This is 4 cups right here. So I just kind of eyeball it whenever I'm pouring it in there. And even if it's almost the whole thing, it's okay. And if I need to add some more, I have a little bit left in here if I want to add some at the end. So we're going to let that start getting warm. And then we will add the cream of mushroom. And then we will add 4 tablespoons of the non-fat Greek yogurt. Now on the recipe, I have low-fat sour cream. If you use low-fat sour cream, your point systems is going to go up. I promise you it works exactly the same and tastes the same using the non-fat Greek yogurt. So I would suggest just using the 3 or 4 tablespoons. It's 4 tablespoons, sorry. 4 tablespoons of the yogurt. Well, that's okay, Miss LaWanda. That's totally fine. No problemo. Y'all want to see something funny? I'm going to turn my camera around. And do you see my dogs? They're looking out the window. I can't zoom in on them, but they're so funny. They're just staring out the window. What y'all looking at? Huh? What y'all looking at? What y'all looking at? Silly goosies. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing me out. I greatly appreciate that so much. So much. Okay. We're going to let that get warm. I'm going to actually open my window right here. When I went to a Walmart, I meant to get me a light. I did not bring my light. I told JJ for me to remember my light from home. And I forgot it. So I was going to get me like a little light at Walmart, but I forgot. I just went in there and got my medicine because the storm was coming and I wanted to get back to the camper. So I didn't even go there to get that. So tomorrow I did get these potatoes for the crock pot. I got these and I got some baby carrots. And then I got the 3 envelopes, which is the Italian dressing mix, the brown gravy mix, and the ranch dressing mix. That's all you're gonna need for the meal to put in the crock pot for tomorrow. And of course the roast, you need the roast, so yeah. Perfect, that's great, Marcy. Good deal. Good deal. Let me get me a, what do I want over here? This one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start. No, I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. Let's check on the meatballs. Oh, they are looking good. Awesome. I'm gonna kind of turn them over. They are looking really good. Wow, this is like, I'm really liking this. And we have 11 minutes left. I don't think I need to do them for the 11 minutes, honestly. This is great. They're already nice and golden on that side. So I'm probably gonna do them for about 5 more minutes, maybe. And then they're gonna be ready to go inside the sauce. And I'm gonna respray the top of that. I so enjoy seeing your pictures of your wedding. They are beautiful. Oh, thank you, Peggy. I greatly appreciate that. Y'all were asking, I had a lot of people ask, what did we dance to? Me and Logan danced to for our mother and son dance. There's a song that's called Can She Have This Dance? And it is so good. Everybody cried at our dance. I was very privileged. Everybody cried at our dance. They were like, Holly, that was such a good song. And I was like, I know, isn't it a great song? So I do have video of somebody else taking the video of me and Logan dancing. And I will put that in my stories of us dancing. I don't know how good you can hear the music, but it's really good. And the reason I can't play it on my news feed, because if the song is playing, I get in trouble for royalty of using the music, okay? So that's why I can't use it, like just post the video, because I get in trouble of doing that. I can do that on my personal page, but I can't do that on my business page. So, so annoying, so annoying. So yeah, I was talking to my hubby tonight and told him one day I am going to send you a video of me licking the yogurt off of the spoon when I'm baking. Yes, so Miss Kelly loves the yogurt and she can literally lick it off the spoon, and I cannot stand yogurt whatsoever. You look beautiful in your mother of the bride dress. Thank you, Sharon. You're so sweet. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's get this going, because let's see here. Y'all probably can't see me. So I am going to bring y'all in closer. Bring that down. Okay, so now we're going to get that kind of, break that up. And then we will add yogurt to kind of thicken that back up. And I may even add a couple of more, like I said, 4 tablespoons. But I think I kind of did do a little bit more beef broth than I needed to. So we might go ahead and add some more yogurt. I need to be careful, I'm making a little bit of a mess. Okay, so now Let me let that kind of start warming up first really quick. I'm going to kind of bring y'all up this way a little bit. Let's see here. Who is it sang by? Here, I'll have to look it up. It's actually a newer singer. So hold on one second. Let me look that up. Yes, it's in a pan. It's beef broth that's in here. Beef broth was in here, and I poured it in here just earlier, like on the video. Yes, those two were cream of mushroom because that is what we had. But you can mix match. So you can have a cream of mushroom and a cream of chicken because I have made it that way. But that is the only thing that I had. Oh, I totally understood what you said, Sharon. It's fine. No big deal. I won't forget my rings. Thank you. The recipe is in the captions of the video. But that's all I have. If the only recipe I have is what I had in our 24-day jumpstart. Like I know one of these were one of the meals. But that's the only recipe I have written out. So I don't have any other kind of recipe. But it is in the captions of the video. Okay, I'm going to start putting the yogurt in here. Okay, that's 4. I'm going to go ahead and add 5. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands really quick. I'm actually going to get this little tool instead of sloshing it around with that. Oh, you know what? He does have a whisk. I didn't think he had a whisk, and I can see the whisk. The whisk is probably going to be way better. Well, I'm just going to have all kinds of dishes to clean up, but a whisk is going to be much better, okay? I just spotted the whisk. Okay, so when the beef broth, we started out with a little bit over 3 cups because this holds 4 cups, and I bet there's only like a 1/3 left in here. So I pretty much almost used that whole thing. That's why it's a little more liquidy. Then I did 2 cans of the low sodium reduced sodium cream of mushroom, and then 5 tablespoons of the yogurt. And you just have to play around with it. I mean, if you use exactly what the recipe says for 3 cups of the beef broth, you probably will only need the 4 tablespoons of the yogurt, that just like I said in the thing. Okay, I don't know how many more minutes we have left, but these are completely done. Okay, let me look how many minutes I had left. I totally forgot they were over here. Let me see if it comes up and says oh yeah, 5 minutes is exactly okay. So it's been 5 minutes, and so it cooked for 15 minutes in the air fryer at 375 for 15 minutes because I am done now with that. So I'm just going to let that sit for just a minute. I'm going to let this get to more heated up, and we can add the meatballs to that. And didn't you think JJ would have any? Yeah, I knew he had some. I just didn't know if he had all of the utensils that I needed. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So good job, JJ. Actually, that's probably one of my pampered chefs. So I probably am the one that put it in here. I don't remember because I'm not always in here. So I would not have remembered that at all. Okay, let me put the yogurt back up. I'm done with that. So I can put this back in the refrigerator. Oh, all right. That worked out so good. Look how good they are. So good. Okay, this song. What song? Yep. Thank you. What song did you? Okay. All right. So I did take a picture of that. So hold on one second so I can tell you who sang the song, because it's a newer person. So his name is Drew Baldridge. Drew Baldridge, and it's this one right here. Can she have this dance? So if y'all look this up, Drew Baldridge, and listen to it. It's just the sweetest song ever. It's so good. It's so good. And she got a little bit of sneak peek pictures. She got about, I think, 6 of them, and I'll post those in my stories as well. And it's just of them, though, because after we got done with the ceremony, we all went over to this one area and took pictures. And after we were done, she finished up taking pictures of just them, and we all went inside. And those are the sneak peeks that she got back so far, and they are so good. So I need to post those as well. We'll be seeing Drew in, oh my gosh, for real? I don't know why. I mean, I don't know of any other songs, so I need to listen to some other songs, because I know I probably know some more of his songs, but I can't think of anything right off the thing. But I love that song, but I've got to look. That's so awesome, Kathy. They do look good in the air fryer. I know. Okay, it is starting to boil. You see that? So it is good time to go ahead and start putting back the meatballs in there. So we'll just place those right back in here. And voila! You're just going to kind of let that simmer and cook a little bit, and this portion is completely done. And then, like I said, the rice, or you can do noodles, whatever you decide, and of course, whatever side dish that you decide. Where did you get your picture stories? Like, do you mean, Debbie, where do you see my stories? Is that what you're asking? Can you let me know what you mean by that? Like, where do you see my stories? Does the camper have a dishwasher? No, ma'am. No, we're the dishwashers. Me and JJ. JJ's really good about washing dishes too, so I have to give him credit. Okay, Debbie, here we go. I'm gonna explain it. I've done several videos, but it's hard to see all my videos. I completely understand that. And then sometimes, like today, we're already 45 minutes into the video, and some people don't even watch their whole 45 minutes, and they don't get to see this part. So this is how you get to my stories. This is my page, Working on Me by Holly, okay? Actually, I'm going to actually go to my private page really quick, and I'm going to look up my my Working on Me by Holly, because it looks a little different. Okay, so this is my Working on Me by Holly page. If you touch my face right here, it's because I'm live. That's the only bad thing. If I wasn't live, then it wouldn't do that. But if I wasn't live, you would be able to touch that, and it would come up right up underneath here if you want to view my stories. But I am going to go back to my news feed that I see all this stuff. Actually, I'm going to have to go back to my Working on Me. So up here are called stories. These are people's stories that I follow. all of your stories run across your news feed like this. And so right here, if you go to, oh my goodness, here we go. I'm going to go back some. So this is when we got here. These are called stories and they only last for 24 hours. So as I go through here, I'm just touching them because they play so fast. But like, this was my weigh-in this morning. The next thing is my devotional that I did. And you can touch this and it will hold that there for you to read it. And that's it. That's all I have. And this is somebody that I follow that is in their stories. So your stories run up there. But if you touch my picture when I'm not live, it will take you to the stories. They did not go on a honeymoon. My son didn't have enough time off for work. They are all moved into the house. Yes, ma'am. They sure are. They sure are. The house looks so good. And Miss LaWanda, thank you so much for the card for them. They will get out thank you cards, I promise. They were very, very shocked and very surprised. So thank you very much for that. I greatly appreciate that, Miss LaWanda, if you're still on here. Yes, absolutely. I watch stories all the time. Like even when I'm getting my makeup done, I look at other people's stories because it will play by itself. So just to give me something to watch, I'll be putting on my makeup and like watching people's stories. So stories is a big deal, especially for like influencers that I watch. That's what everybody uses is stories. That's actually the reason they do that. And I'm going to tell you why. And it's a very smart move. When I do put something there and somebody tries to like message me an ugly message, that means y'all don't get to see it. You don't get to see the response that I give back to them. But when I put it on my regular feed, everybody gets to see the comments that are made. So I guarantee you a lot of these influencers, because I listen to them, they'll get like the way they are with their kids. And you'll see that they get ugly messages because they'll say something like, I don't know why people have to say blah, 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 blah. And it's only on their stories because that's all they practically post. But every now and then they do a live for something. Mine's a little different. So I can't do everything in my stories, but I do post a lot of stuff, especially if I'm not live for the weekend. A lot of my stuff goes in my stories. Okay, I'm going to slow this down a little bit because that is ready to go and ready to eat. So I'm just going to kind of keep it on a low simmer until JJ gets home. And then my recipe, this is the video that's going on right now. The recipe is right here. And right here you will see more. That is what that says, see more. You will touch that and it will do a drop down of the whole recipe. And if you hold your finger on the recipe, it will copy, it will do this little highlight, and this little arrow or little box right here says copy. You will touch that and you can paste that in your notes of your phone. Do you take your dogs for a walk? Yes, I will. They love to go for walks, but today it stormed. So, and plus I did not feel like taking them for a walk today. No. But yes, I definitely will do that. What did we cook? We cooked Swedish meatballs. We cooked Swedish meatballs. The stories is not there anymore, but if you go to her Working on Me by Polly and look for January the 8th, you can see the pictures, 20 pictures if this will help. Of the wedding, yes, the wedding is not in my stories. The wedding pictures are in my news feed. I'm able to do that because those are still non-movable pictures, and I did do that in my regular news feed. It's right here. Y'all just have to like scroll through my page. Like this is my morning. This is all of what I could post of the wedding because I did not have a lot of pictures. This is, you know, early, right before we were getting ready for the wedding. We were able to get my heating element back into my stove. This is me picking up Oakley from the vet. So that is on my regular news feed of my page. One thing I wanted to tell y'all, I forgot to tell y'all this at the wedding because it was a surprise for everybody, so I couldn't tell y'all this. So Sydney asked my mom and my dad, her grandma, and her other grandparents couldn't make it because her grandma was having very bad blood pressure problems and was like in and out of the hospital. So her other grandparents couldn't make it. But she asked them to be flower girls and ring bearers. So the Bible, let me show you real quick. This is my dad's Bible, and she found this on Pinterest. Hold on, I'm getting there really quick. Where is my pictures? Right here. So on the Bible, he had the rings tied, and my dad walked down with the Bible with the rings on it. And then I don't have a picture personally. The professional lady did take pictures of them, but my mom and her grandma walked down, and they were the flower girls of the wedding. They did not have like a wedding party, but that is who she got to do the ring bearers and the flower girls. So I thought that was really, really sweet, and it was so cute. We took pictures of their like ring and her bouquet, and then that, so there's her ring and right there. So yeah, so that was a really sweet little gesture, and everybody thought that was just so cute. It was a secret. So we were really excited about that. Actually, it's not a cover. It's the actual Bible, that's on there. I mean, I guess you could say it's a cover, but it's not like a physical cover. It's his actual Bible. And it was funny because her grandma was first and then my mom was second, and her grandma didn't know to throw the little petals, and my mom was like throwing the little petals, and her grandma just walked down with the basket. So she didn't understand like what she was really kind of supposed to do, I guess. I don't know. It was such a sweet idea. It was so sweet. It was the sweetest thing. And then when the pastor says it is time for the rings, my dad already had it untied, and he walked up with the Bible, and he held the Bible, and the pastor took it from the Bible to do the ring exchange. So it was really, really sweet. It was really sweet. Yeah. And my sister-in-law, she took another picture that was absolutely so sweet. And I don't think I posted this picture because I got this a little later than whenever I posted the first one. But she was sitting behind us. Let me find where it's at though. Here it is. So my sister-in-law was sitting behind us, and that's me and JJ, and that is Sydney and Logan. And the people said how sweet, because we are high school sweethearts and they are high school sweethearts. So I thought this picture was very lovely, and I absolutely loved that symbolization. So that was just really sweet, and I love this picture so much. So I wasn't able to post this picture, but she had gotten this one too. Exactly, Karen. Yes, exactly. It's my dad's Bible. My dad's Bible. That's the Bible it was. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kelly. I know things like that is just so hard to follow what we eat because it's always good food there and you're just there to like just have a good time and fellowship. So I know that can be really hard. Does that nail polish match your dress you wore? No, but it looked great. I got so many compliments on my nails, and everyone could not believe they were press-on nails. They worked out so beautiful with my dress. So yeah, these are my press-on nails. Love that picture of you four. I'm so glad you made it. Yeah. Thank you, LaWanda. I know, it's so special. Show what picture again? This one or the Bible? Let me know which one you're wanting, Carol. Let me know which one that you want to see. There's such a delay on my side, so that's why I have to kind of stand here because it takes a while for y'all to actually hear what I said and then for you to comment. So, takes a little bit. Okay, that one, yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, but I'm glad you got to see it again. Yes, her dress was absolutely gorgeous. It really was. It really was picture perfect. It really went well. So well. I'm very thankful. That's, yes, I need some rest. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you. Okay, guys, so I am done for the evening, and that's dinner. Like I said, I'm going to wait for him to get home, and we are an hour behind, so just know my times might not exactly match like normal, but I tried to remember that, so that's why I came on at 4 o'clock. It's almost 5 o'clock here now, so hopefully he'll be getting off soon. I don't know. He may have to work late today. Not sure. Yeah, did I post the pictures of me and my mom? I think I did on this one. Let me see if I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, she's talking about this one right here. I did not. I was 154 when we started, and I gained 2 pounds, so I'm at 156, and I'm okay with that. I'm in my 150s, and that's something I've never, ever accomplished before, ever. So I was 154, so yeah. All right, guys, I am going to let y'all go. Thank y'all so much. You can continue asking questions, and I will look back at them, and I greatly appreciate it. Tomorrow night, like I said, we will have the roast, but I will make the roast in the morning. I probably won't do a live of me putting it together, but I'll do a video of me putting it all together, and then I'll post that, okay? All right. Yes, thank y'all so much. I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, have a good evening. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.